Okay, today we are going to be adding and subtracting polynomials. So this is going to be building off of what we talked about last time, which was combining like terms. So it's really important that you know how to combine like terms when we are adding and subtracting. So first I'm going to go over how to add polynomials. And then we're going to go over how to subtract. Say we have something like 2x plus 5 plus negative 4x minus 1. So first we are going to identify like terms. And using shapes is a great way, like we did on our combining like terms. So the x's, I'm going to square or put a rectangle around them. So we have a 2x and then we have a negative 4x, and we're just adding these two together. And then we have a positive 5 and a negative 1 that are also like terms. Once you identify, then you just combine your like terms. So I'm going to add my 2x and my negative 4x. So be careful with your math and make sure you add them correctly, which is negative 2x. And then I'm going to combine my 5 and my negative 1, which is positive 4. So when you're adding, pretty much you're just combining like terms. Let's draw a little line. And then next we are going to go over how to subtract polynomials. So this time I am going to change my plus up here to a minus. So I have 2x plus 5. This time I'm going to subtract the negative 4x minus 1. So the first step is going to be to distribute the negative to all terms in the parentheses following it. So wherever you have a negative in front of parentheses, you have to distribute that negative. So we multiply, this is really a negative 1 times negative 4x is a positive 4x. And then a negative 1 times a negative 1 is a positive 1. And then step 2, we are going to bring down what is left. So we still have our 2x plus 5, so we're going to bring that down to create one expression. Then we're going to identify like terms. So again, like terms, they have the same variable raised to the same power. So 2x and positive 4x are like terms, and positive 5 and positive 1. So then once we identify like terms, we are going to do our last step, which is to combine like terms. So we have 2x plus 4x, which gives us 6x, and 5 plus 1, which is 6. So our answer is 6x plus 6. Okay, let's go ahead and look at your adding and subtracting polynomials assignment. So the first page, 1 through 10, is adding. So remember in your notes when we were adding, you just identify like terms and combine your like terms. So let's see, I always start with the greatest power, which this time we have a power of 2, and we have another r to the power of 2. And then we have a negative 6r and negative 2r. So we're gonna now combine our like terms, and 4r squared plus 3r squared, that gives us 7r squared. And then we have negative 6r and negative 2r. So negative 6 plus negative 2, that's negative 8r's. Okay, so that's what you're going to do for number 1 through 10. Now let's look at subtracting polynomials and flip to the next page and look at number 11. Negative 7 plus 4b plus 2. So your notes say step 1 when we are subtracting is to distribute the negative to all terms in the parentheses following it. So we're going to distribute the negative to all terms in the parentheses following it. So remember, this is just being multiplied by a negative 1. So negative 1 times 7b is negative 7b, and negative 1 times positive 2 is negative 2. Step 2 is to bring down what is left. So we need to bring this set of parentheses down, which is negative 7 plus 4b. Once we do that, we identify like terms. So we have a positive 4b and a negative 7b, and a negative 7 and a negative 2, and then we just combine. So 4b plus negative 7b is negative 3b, and then we have negative 7 minus 2, which is negative 9. So just be careful, make sure you combine correctly, and go ahead and keep working.